good morning. We're back in the field. But it's not a field I've ever done before actually. So it'd be good to see what A comes up and B what the Nox does on. It's another rough ploughed field, but I have fresh enthusiasm. I'm going to adjust the IronBias because I had lots of faulting last time. Signals were just disappearing. And I'm going to do two things. I'm going to adjust the IronBias, probably slightly up the scale, because they say if you were an FBS user like my Explorer, you'll prefer it higher up the scale. So we're going to try that. We're also going to try there's some lucky sunglasses. Aaron, South Coast Detecting, he had some. I've got some YouTube sunglasses, so obviously they're going to help because YouTube are so helpful. So we're going to give these a bash anyway. But I've got some flags, so if I get a false signal, I'm going to flag it. I've got about 10 flags. Dig out the FBS Explorer and quickly go over it just to see. I want to know, really to play with the settings, but I want to know if my machine picks up anything. Does it get a false signal too? Is this machine just doing me head in? I want to like it, I really do, and I love it on the beach. It's absolutely fine. So far in the field, I've not had enough experience, hence we're out again today, and this is what we're going to use. Right, enough of this. I think we've got a tail end of that storm, and it is blowing a hoolie. So any wind noise, I apologise right now. But let's get to it. Very first signal with the Equinox. It's taken me all of about 4 minutes. Is that? That's quite deep. This terrain is awful to walk on. It's rock hard. It looks quite worn. Do you know what? I don't know if I know what that is yet. I'm going to give it a quick wash and we'll have a quick look. Let's put it down there. Let's turn it around. It's 5 cents. It's got like a line on it. That side, don't know yet. If I get a date, it will pop up on the screen. That's a good start. I wonder where that's from. Nothing too exciting, but there's not a lot to find. This is my second target. And I've been here ages now. Well, about 25 minutes, but just that. It's a bit barren, right. But we're going to. So what I've done, I gave up with the Equinox. It's so many rubbishy signals, and then I've been over all the rubbishy signals with this one, with the stock coil. Fast recovery, sensitivity is about 17, and yeah, they weren't a signal at all. They were iron. So that IronBias, you just got to play with it so much. It kind of takes the fun out of your morning. So I went over the same track that I've just been up and down with the Equinox, and it's about a draw. This is what we've got. Another bullet casing. That thing, old gas tap or something. And that's a pretty cool bullet. That I've just sat down, just found this one. Not too deep, not at all. That's a big old bullet. So while there weren't the targets in the floor, I can't take that away from the Equinox. But what I can take away from it is the fact that it still makes loads of noise, and then the noise stops when you try and hunt for the target it thought it found. At least with the FBS machine, the target's not there to be found. You don't want it. It's obviously iron. So, bit more adjustment. I'm going to move out of this field because it's rubbish. It's all I found in. I've been here 2 hours, and yeah, 1 coin, 1 bullet, and some junk. So we're going to move across the field and see what's over there. Right, you can probably hear the wind. It's hard to stand up in a field that is so uneven and swing a machine. It's hard work. So what we've done, we've moved fields. It was probably the same field once upon a time. I've looked on old maps and some of the ditch systems have changed, so it may be equally rubbish to the last field. The last field's tiny. I can't really blame the Equinox for not finding anything, because the Explorer didn't find much more, and it is iron heavy. I ran it in all metal, and yeah, there's a lot of iron in the other field, so we're going to try this one. it doesn't frustrate me too much. I think these glasses are a bad luck omen. Aaron, self-detecting, I think you're right. Right, let's go and find some horseshoes and nails and stuff, shall we? Because I've got a feeling that's all we're going to get. But fingers crossed, because I've never done it, so you never know. Right, after some tin foil and some more bullet casings, we've had that. It looks fairly modern actually, just behind me. But something of interest is just about there. You can see where it's just popped off the clod. Now that looks rather old and quite possibly some sort of jeton. Possibly. Has the Equinox finally redeemed itself? Blimey, what is that? I don't know. I don't know if that's a jeton or if that's... Grief, I don't know. Right. I'm going to clean it and we'll have a look at the next target. I don't really know what it is, but it is big. It's like got 4 layers of copper in there. Was not deep at all. Such a hesitant target. It's massive. How can the machine think twice about that? It's about 4 inches down and it was got to coax it into believing it's a target almost. This, I just don't get this machine really. It's hard work, but it does fine stuff. It's just hard work. There we go, people. I don't know what this is going to be. It looks kind of tasty, but the signal was awful. I thought, oh no, I'll just dig it anyway. It's absolutely bottom end, right down near iron, apparently. And then you get it out the hole, and it changes a little bit. It's so, like I say, this machine is just hard work to get anything really. Ooh, that looks quite good. I can't break it, I'm going to have to be really careful. I need to put you down while I do this, and then I'll come straight back to you. It's well and truly stuck in the clod. I've just sprayed it. I think that's another jeton. Or it's very thin. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. It's lovely, isn't it? But you just can't... No, I can't get that out of one hand, I don't think. We might just be able to prise that off. Give it a wiggle. Ooh. I wonder how long that's been in the floor for. A very long time. I don't think there'll be a date on it, but... Oh, look at that. That is quite lovely. If I find out what it is, it will come up on the screen, because I don't know right now. Brilliant. I mean, yeah, it found it, but I think the Explorer would have shouted at me rather than gone, oh, it might be something good. But yeah, the Explorer would have rung out on that one, definitely. That's copper. Right, onwards and upwards in the final hour. Another example. That was in there. Not too deep. Found it with a pinpoint alright. How can that be such a maybe signal? It's big enough. It's made of copper. And yet it's one of them ones that you lose it, you find it, do you dig it, you do dig it, and there's something big in there. It's a weird machine. Right, the hunt is not over. It's been a long day and I feel a bit of a wasted day, because I started off in a pretty much empty trashy field, moved to another empty trashy field, and then ended up in the last field, and where we had those two, that, yeah, it's been much better here. All the buttons you can see have come from here. Oh, there was a bit of buckle there. Things like that though, I found it on the surface and the machine didn't even know it was there. it's, I don't know, it's a weird old machine. The coin I found first, that one, with a line on it, it's from Belgium. It looks like that. I can make out part of the date on the bottom. It is 1800s of some sort. The date is just about there, but I can only see an 18. Yeah, one Belgium 5 cent. I've got a feeling that's some sort of jeton there. I don't know what one though, but I'll get it looked at. That one I still don't know, it's got a shield at the bottom there. It almost, I don't know, almost looks like a bird on it. But, yeah. I'm going to come back out, and this will be like a halfway point in the video, I feel. And we're going to carry on in this field for probably another 2 or 3 hours. So don't go away, this is a half-time kind of roundup. And I'll see you back out there. Good morning. It's not a bad morning, there's no wind this time, and we're out to finish this IronBias and this forcing you get. First things first, I've got my Muddy Dog Challenge t-shirt on. This is the one I'm wearing for the run, so this came in the post yesterday. And a bit more on the charity. 3 people donated, and thank you very much. Dub Coco from America, Tim Minskin, yet again you donated, that's twice now. Thank you very much. And what's the other one? Steve Checksfield, winner. Thank you very much. I'm about 90% on up to me target, so I think it's about another 20 quid. Brilliant, brilliant. So what we're going to do today, we started off field 1 and 2. Can't blame the knocks. The fines weren't there. It was really iron heavy. It was getting iron signals, but it was also getting signals that just weren't there. When I checked in all metal and when I checked with the Explorer, there wasn't anything there. No iron and no target. I've watched a few videos. Some people have got the IronBias pumped right up. Some people have got it right down. But we're going to try it right up, and every time I kick it down a notch, I'll let you know. I don't want to put it on 9 straight away, but I might put it on 8. We'll see how it goes, and I'm going to turn, but the recovery is already down. I don't like to swing it fast. The recovery's on 3, but I might drop it to 2. Because the recovery will, A, you'll lose depth, B, well, who knows what it did to the signals. Sensitivity, I'm going to keep that at between 17 and 20. Again, if I change it, I'll let you know. And we're running in a field setting 1. Obviously, but I'm adjusting. I've been ground balancing more than once across the field. I've done noise cancel. So I'm trying. I really am. I'm trying. But I think you've definitely got to ground balance more than once in the field. I don't want to be doing it all the time, but maybe in different areas where you know there's more iron. But I have been running it all metal, just to see if there is tons of iron. So we done field 1, field 2. We finished off in field 3. I'm not sure if I let you know in the last video. That's where there was a jeton, the Nuremberg jeton. That was a lovely little coin. And there was a token, a Dutch token. That was the other one I thought was a jeton. And there was a couple other bits in field 3. But I fancy a break, and we're on this nicely rolled field. So give my feet a break. We might head back over, or we might head back up to field, I'll say back up, it's field 5, it's just that way. It's a bit of a walk, never been in that one before either. So yeah, so we're going to be in field 4, and other than that, I will see you out there. Wow, there we go, first target, nice and clear, 1 buckle. Sensitivity is actually on 22, so I've got room to play with. You can go up or down still. Right, on to the next. Well, that's target number 2. I've not dug any rubbish yet. Maybe I've cracked it on the first one. Look at that. I think it's silver, that's what it was ringing in on. Don't think that's particularly old, that looks quite modern. Might have been jewelled once upon a time, but yeah, that's very small and quite pretty. Right, crack on. Right, just come across that one. What we're going to do, we're going to knock it down to 7 and leave it running in 7. I don't want to leave it too high because I don't want it missing targets. I think the higher you go, the more likely it is to just try and find a diggable target and leave the iron. If there's iron nearby, I'm going to miss my target, so I'm going to run it at 7 for a little while now. Right, shall we see what that one is? You can't hear it unless you can hear it out my headphones because that's blooming loud. That's a target that screams at you. Hopefully it's a good target that is screaming at me. Ah, I think I've just seen it. Never mind. There we go. Bit of right, down here. Now you better see the numbers change. Minus numbers. There's a couple of lumps of iron, and it's forcing a little bit. But in amongst the iron, there's that little button. It picked it out quite nicely. So yeah, IronBias 7 so far. It's working well. I might knock it down to 6 and see what it does. Right, we've got a monarch in a clod here. Let's see which monarch it is. I reckon that's either going to be a shilling, and it looks like the current coin, only younger. We'll see. Could be like a halfpenny. Oh no. We have a ship halfpenny. Look at that for an imprint. 1966. We'll give it a wash later and it will look lovely. But well, I have not a clue. It looks very modern. It's a big old knob. If anyone knows what that's from, please let me know. If there's any knob experts out there, just leave a comment. I wouldn't like to guess. Aha! I've forgotten about these things. Oh, it feels like a bad dream. Spoon! It could be a silver spoon. Doubtful. You never know. Yeah. One highly desirable spoon. Right out in the middle of nowhere. Would you Adam and Eve it? 20p. Oh well. Yeah, it come up nice and clear. It'll go towards my total for the year, but of all the coins, right out here, could have been a threepenny bit. But no, 20p. Right, I've got to leave that field because they've just started fertilising or drilling or something, seeding. It's one of these places where they turn it around really quick. You snooze, you lose. So, just come up, further up, and we've come into field number 5. It's next door to field number 6. Number 6 is awful. I had to go in that last year, 3 hours, 30 buttons. I'm going to leave that one. It's full of stubble anyway. This one's been sort of, I don't know, chopped up a bit. I've never been in this one. So we're going to give it a go here. Equinox is performing a lot better. But I might have to change the IronBias now. We'll see. Well, we've got our first musket ball. Suppose it had to come. About 5 inches down, and in there is iron. So it was a bit of a odd signal. I've got the IronBias on 7. I almost didn't bother digging it, but I thought, you know, what the hell, and that's what I got. It's working. I'm getting the hang of it. That little piece of copper there was stuck in that clod. In this bit, they were together. There's a piece of iron in there. The signal was almost all iron, and occasionally you just got this little blip. This little blip. I mean, that could be a wafty target. It could be falsing. And then it's down to experience, I think, knowledge, and a little bit of luck if you dig it and you get something. I've dug it, just tested that over the coil. Lump of iron in there, coming in at like -6. As I broke the clod in half, scanned this bit, and it pinged really loud. And there you go. It's just a difficult machine, or you've got to spend time with it, I think. I'm growing to like it. but I don't know if I'd ever have one, because it's can be very frustrating. But no, right, let's carry on. I think it's only gone and blooming done it. I think it's only gone and found a hammer coin. Target was reading 20s. Bit hesitant. There is some iron. I think it's just in that big lump there. But it obviously kept catching the signal. And this is what you got to learn. I've got IronBias on 6. I've got my recovery on 2. It's really low. Otherwise you start sacrificing depth. But let's have a look and see what this is, shall we? Because I want to know. Take the glove off. I hope it's a hammer coin. I don't know yet. Ooh. Oh yeah, yes. Ooh. Oh my god, I've just got it stuck to my finger and thrown it across the field. Right, hang on. I can definitely see something on that. Get it nice and wet. Oh yeah. That's a hammy that is. Oh, I got a feeling. There's a shield and I found a Lizzie in here. Hang on, let me just give it a proper wipe. I've got no tripod, so one moment. Well, I've cleaned it. There's the reverse, there's the shield. At the top of the shield, the date is 1562. So we have an Elizabeth I hammer coin. I've got a feeling it's a 3p. Could be a penny, I don't know. There's my little finger. I'll have a look when I get in. Wow. Christened it properly. We've had crap off the beach. You name it, it's found it. Jettons, tokens, coins, silver, and now a hammered. Right, okay. Right, let me just note my location for later use, and let's go and find some more. Next, I think what I believe we have is a pot leg. Probably medieval, but there you go. Lovely and strong, that signal. Good stuff. Not entirely sure, but I had something like this once before, and it was either Saxon or Roman. Ooh, I don't know. It could just be a bit of rubbish, but it's flattened at one end. Perfectly round, and then flat at one end. Yeah, hold on to that one. Give it a clean later. Right, we have another coin. Let's have a look and see what it's gonna be. Probably not mega old, I don't know. Doesn't look too badly beaten up, so I think I need a cloth. Oh no, that's an age, it's Victoria. Let's have a quick goosey, shall we? There she is on that side in all her green glory. And there's, should be a lovely date there, yep. 1890. Halfpenny, brilliant stuff. Good condition, like it. Another knob for my collection. My knob collection is growing fast this morning. So, that's about it really. I've been out ages, but a lot of it's been fiddling and adjusting and playing. That's kind of my junk almost. Look at that, some big iron in there. Bit of horseshoe and yep, whatever. Lots of buttons. It's picking up the little targets. That's quite a nice little button. Bits of lead, 2 musket balls, the usual. The half decent stuff, or should I say the decent stuff. That's my knob collection. 3 of them. That spoon is silver, hallmark silver. So I suppose that's a result as far as spoons go. I can go in there. That I reckon is old, and it's going to be something peculiar. That's what happened last time I found something like that. Old and peculiar. 1 pot leg, a buckle, and we've got 2 halfpennies, 1 Victoria, 1 Lizzie second, and a 20p. And then there's the Lizzie first. I think it's a 3p, I could be wrong. Yeah, wicked, found its first hammered. What I will say is, well, you've just got to keep playing and adjusting. If you're in doubt, put it on all metal. Hunt around in all metal, work out how iron infested your field is or isn't, and adjust the IronBias to suit. It's a tricky one. Obviously then you've got to adjust your sensitivity, do keep ground balancing. I did, and I think it helped. Yeah, it's a tough one. I think I've got it. I think one more outing, and then I'll give my honest, total opinion on the machine and how I have found it. I don't know if I'm swayed into buying one in the future. I'm not at the moment, not really. It's just too hard. But we're going to give it another go anyway, and I'm going to keep using it all the time I've got it. So it won't be the last video with it, and nor the next, I hope. So yeah, I think the next video could be a beach one. This could be my last video before the charity, so you can text donate or click the links in the bottom. I only need £20 now, but thank you to everyone. I couldn't do it without you, and I will see you all very soon.